I'm gonna fix that. Where should we put this?
That's a good spot.
Hmm?
That's a good spot for it.
Well, good morning. So we're gonna try something just a little bit different. Hefty Bear, I'm DJ Jekyll. As always, if you guys are enjoying what we do, like and subscribe. It helps us out. Leave comments below, especially the cool ones, so we know what direction to take these videos in. So it's kind of the main part of this one. The theme, though, is going to be everything that sucks about Battle Pirates, Kixeye.
Which apparently is quite a bit.
Yeah, and we've seen, people in the forums and on the, Facebook and all them stuff, that they write it. But it's like little tidbits here, little tidbits there. Sometimes you get people that write, more, and it's longer. That's cool. So we're trying to get it all like in one spot, because I noticed a couple times. This happened twice actually in my videos. One for the loading screen. I forgot what the other one was. There was another purchasing problem. Yeah. So did a video, and I believe Kixeye saw it because it got fixed, and then I get asked to remove that video. So I'm like, okay. So we're gonna see if we can do that with this. And Hefty Bear was saying earlier that he has a theory that a lot of players want to talk. So
And a lot of players, I think they want to voice their opinion, want to let Kixeye know that Battle Pirates has a lot of problems, but a lot of people don't know how to go about it. If you're not a coiner, you can't send a ticket. That's one big problem. People they're like lost. They don't know what to do. So that's why we're here. We're going to try to voice your problems for you, and hopefully Kixeye will see this and maybe fix some of these problems.
yeah, because we're noticing too, like even the whales and the big coiners and the so-called big players, they're all starting to gripe and get upset and just...
Well, that's because they're starting to get where they don't have anybody to pick on. No offense, but that's what you guys kind of do. But it's because the other players, a lot of players are quitting because there's a lot of problems with Battle Pirates.
That's the other thing too I've noticed in the community guide, for strategy, tips, tactics, things like that. There are people putting, newer posts like, the past week or so, but it's automatically getting pushed, buried somewhere, and everything I see is from like 2015 to 2018. And I find that kind of weird, and the questions are like the super new people are just more questions that I didn't even ask when I started, because when I started for the first time, the game gives you a tutorial, and then up until I think level 14, it tells you what to do, and these people are asking questions that a level 1, level 2 aren't going to ask, because the tutorial teaches it to you and you have to go through it. So I'm thinking Kixeye is out there trying to act like there's new players coming in, but there really isn't.
Yeah, it's like they're kind of self-promoting themselves, trying to make it seem like it's not a dying game, but I think we all kind of know different. But maybe if Kixeye will fix some problems, this game will pick back up again.
That's the weird thing too. I find out we've been saying this, and a lot of other people have been saying this from about day one. And like I said, I took a long break, but as I mentioned before, Kickside gave me a really good deal. I came back, things were cool. But now they're going back to their way. Like one of the things that Hefty Bear was talking about, and I see everyone else talking about this, is that there's too many new halls coming out, and we can't build them or refit them or add stuff. And then if you do get it built, there's new armor out, there's new weapons out, so you have to refit it, and it's just
an ongoing problem. There's too many new ships. Every week there's a new ship, and then the ships that you have become obsolete too fast, and there's no room for all these ships. I mean, where are we supposed to put them all if we do get them?
Yeah, I thought it was cool because I got the Petroleum fleet, whatever I bought, because I didn't get it right when everyone else did, but so about a month later there was a sale. I got it. I went ahead and just got it, and it's almost worthless now because now they want you to use the ironclad and some other fucking shit. So I'm like, all right, and I still use, and I don't even use them because they're not fun. All the builds I've seen, except for ones I do, no one puts armor on it. And they put a lot of cloaking stuff on it, and cloaking is for submarines and underwater. But I don't want to rag on other people giving out bad advice, but there's a lot of bad advice going out. And when the time's right, I do have a video ready in queue, just ready to pop it if I need to. But yeah, so you got bad advice, and I still use my Infernal Dragons, and I use Icebreakers. I do my routine. I get the points, I get the chests, and now they've limited on how many chests you can get. I used to be able to get enough where I could build a ship or refit a ship real quick, and now I can only do a couple days worth, and then I can't hold but like 1 or 2 tokens, and I'm like, that's kind of lame that they changed that.
Yeah, it is, because I mean, I used to look forward to the FM missions because I would get my tokens there, and I'd get the chests. Now I go there and it's like, try to get a chest and it's like, oh, you're already full, and it's like, how can I be full? I haven't gotten this chest yet. But it's because I already have too many tokens, so it's not letting me have the chest. Used to be able to have 5 or 6, 7, 8 chests open, up to 10, I think, at one point. But now I can't.
That's the other thing too. Like people are like going on about ships. He's not a coiner. I keep mentioning that.
No, I am not.
And he has breachers, but they're not Scald, they're not Legend, whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of tools on there that he doesn't have that I do because I play more often, and I do coin from time to time. And he's been playing this. He came back when I came back, so 2 years now, if not just 3 years. We were 2.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years now, and he just has that, and with the retro lab not being utilized like it should, the 2 docks are always busy doing something. It's hard to squeeze it in, and he hasn't even built a new ship, and he's got, I guess, a lurker going.
Yeah.
But no howlers, no nothing else, and not even the Desire, actually.
This is, in case you don't know, this is September 2019, and I'm still building lurkers. So that tells you a little bit about how far behind I am, because lurkers have been out for
a year. I guess.
About a year.
Why are we building lurkers?
Because I got nothing else to build at the moment. I'm still trying to get a Gorgon. So why am I looking at the mic?
Yeah, I don't know. New mic. Hope you guys like it.
Sorry.
If you do, let us know, and then I'll put a little tag for Amazon, and you guys can purchase it through there. That's where I got it.
Yeah, it's a really nice mic. I'm doing a little commercial for it, but anyway, like I said, I'm I'm still trying to get a Gorgon. Yeah, I'm kind of far behind, and I play, but I don't coin, so that's why I'm behind.
And the time consuming.
Well, yeah, and it takes forever to build and to upgrade, and it's just way too time consuming. I mean, I don't have every day, all day to play. You know, some of us work for a living. Some of us actually have jobs that we have to actually work at. We don't have time to sit around on the computer and play while we're at work. Like I know a lot of people do.
Yeah, we know that. We even know, for you out there, we even know which ones are doing it, because
yeah,
that's another story.
Yeah,
I'm not even give you details.
That's something else. But
no, I was watching you play, and you don't really do.
I do chores.
What do you think? Do you think there's a lot of chores?
I do a lot of chores because.
Do you think there's a lot of chores?
There is a lot of chores. You have to. I mean, if you're not a coiner, you have to do your chores to get to titanium, uranium, base parts. Otherwise, forget it. You have to do the chores if you're not a coiner.
Yeah, and I saw a video about that too, and apparently this is an issue that's been going on, which I kind of like. I understand, because I know your servers, the kick-size servers, suck. So during the raids and events, you guys turn the sector thread off a lot, which is fine, but maybe you guys shouldn't do so many raids, because a lot of people don't do the raids because they suck. They flat out suck. I'm starting to see more videos about people voicing their concern how crappy the raids, the events, whatever you guys want to call it, like the one going now, the shipwreck thing, which is just a total waste of time. And then you guys even added the whole, if you win, whether it's by the computer or you beat the computer or beat a player, it's free repair, and that sounds great. But then you give out these strikes, and it sounds like a good idea, but same thing happened with the Corsairs, that they're not upgraded. So all the whales and all the coiners and everyone else, or even me that had some of it upgraded, if I attack him, I'm going to beat the crap out of him. No contest.
Right.
How is that fair for him?
Right, because I'm not a coiner, and it takes me too long to upgrade and everything.
And I understand the game is for coiners, and if that's the game for the coiners, put them in a different category or something. Do something, because like people like him, they have no no shot. And even like me, even though I do coin, I am not going to coin for these, because they come out with new ones like every day, and then they keep giving me ships, which sounds good, and I don't want to complain, but I have no room for it. I already lost 20 ships that I really liked, and I don't have room. They're like, oh, upgrade your whatever, and I'm like, that's upgrading. So, but I'm still not. It's too much of a pain to keep rearranging what I have in my my dock.
Yeah, basically, if they would cut down on the amount of raids and special events that they come up with, I mean, used to be like once a month there'd be a raid.
No, it'd be like, well, way back it used to be like once every 3 months.
Yeah, way back it was like once every 3 months. Now it's like once a week there's something going on.
Yeah, now you guys cutting back on the FM missions, which that kind of pissed me off, because, like I said, I do coin sometimes, but I don't coin all the time. And I finally got icebreakers. I finally get Inferno Dragons, and then you guys came out with the Petroleum whatever. And now there's hardly any FM missions, and now there's no new stuff coming out. So it's like FM missions are a waste of time and not needed, and that really kind of like pisses me off, because like I've never did the whole chore thing. I always just hit salvos and bases, and then now I have to get into doing the chores. And now that I can, there's nothing for me to get. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, I already mentioned that, get up the false hope. Go ahead, you were saying?
I was going to say, there's so many like chores and everything that has to be done. I don't even have time anymore to get alliance points. But that's okay, because apparently now alliance points don't really do anything for you.
Right, you guys keep deactivating it, and you've deactivated it so much that when you turn it back on, I'm not getting the results, and I'm not even going to worry about setting a ticket because it's
pointless.
Yeah, because now you guys, I mean, it sounds cool to have the community help you out that's been through this problem, but if I'm having a technical issue or a software issue, since the software is not on my computer, it falls on you guys. So having someone in the community try to walk me through how to fix it isn't going to help because I don't have access to the software. I can't tell the program to, hey, you know, I'm supposed to get 10% increase in reload and map speed and all this other good shit. That's on you guys. So now we don't have time to do alliance points, and then we don't. And then we do get it, we don't get the benefit of it. And then once we do get it, and then let's say by freak chance, because I know for Lou, it was working. You're like, yes, great, boom, bounty comes, or the shipwreck thing comes, boom, there goes the hub. You guys disable it, and I'm like, really? And on top of that, when you do the alliance, normally I can hit like, you know, dead bases and get a lot of my points that way. But sometimes I have to hit real bases, and then once I get my alliance, and then you guys do your thing, now during the events, my base is getting hit or his base gets hit. And don't get me wrong, we've gotten better at doing it, but it's also a distraction, and it takes away from the game, from the event, from the shipwreck, all this stuff that you guys want us to do. You're distracting us at the same time, so we can't do it. And it's like, what are you guys like really doing up there?
Yeah, and that's another thing I've got a gripe about, is the bounty. During the bounty, I mean, why only a 4-hour repair time? I mean, 4-hour bubble when you've got like 10 hours of repair time. It's ridiculous. And it's been like that ever since they started doing the bounty. Who the hell can, unless you're a coiner, who the hell can fix anything? I pretty much decided not to do the bounty anymore because it's really not worth it. Every time I turn around, my base is getting hit, and quite frankly, the prizes aren't really worth it.
Yeah, every time you guys like maybe a little shot, like he says, the prices aren't worth it. And like I said, my base does really, really well, but I coined more, and I was able to get stuff that he doesn't have, and during the bounty, it ain't gonna do it. And that's the other thing too, like that's going on. If you guys want to weigh in and leave some comments about any of this stuff. Also, I've been told by so many people that in order to beat a base, all you have to do is 50% damage. You do that, you get alliance points, you get bounty points, you get the victory status, you get medals, all this stuff. And oh, I disagree with that completely. But I play a lot of video games, and I usually have to do like 100%, or you actually have to beat the other opponent.
Well, I disagree with it, because just recently, your base got hit, and you got a little over 50% damaged, but yet it came up and said you were the victor.
It said 73%.
73% damage on your base, but yet you were the victor. It said victory for you.
Yeah, and everyone that saw the post was like, oh no, you lost. Well, not everyone. There's a few that are starting to voice out, and that's what we were talking about. We know you guys want to start talking. Maybe we can do it here.
Yeah, I mean, if you disagree with all this, say something, because I mean.
But don't be a dick about it, because
I don't mean if you disagree.
Because I'm gonna make fun of the shit out of you.
Right. Well, I don't mean if you disagree with us. I mean if you disagree with, like, the 50% being a victory.
And if you agree with it, say something too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say something either way, but if you disagree that that 50% thing is a victory, then say something. Let us know.
You need your drink?
Yeah.
And we kind of touched upon this earlier. Sometimes there's like an overwhelming feeling of what to do in the game, and I guess as a non-coiner, they would experience that more. So I'm gonna put that to you. Do you get an overwhelmed feeling that the game's overwhelming?
Well, yeah. I mean, if I could buy everything, if I could afford to buy everything, this game would. I don't know if it'd be more fun. It'd be more easy because I wouldn't have to, do all this work to try to get up to where everybody else is at. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't remember if I already mentioned this or not, but as a non-coiner, the whole ticket thing. Did I already mention that?
Mm-hmm. That's a different video, but no.
The whole ticket. I mean, why can't I send in a ticket if I'm supposedly not a coiner? Which, by the way, there's a limit.
In the 9 years, you've made that limit.
There's a limit that you're supposed to have to spend
$50.
in able to coin.
$50.
And that, yeah, I was getting there. That's $50. In the 9 years that I've been playing this, I've spent around $50, maybe slightly more. Why am I not allowed to coin or to send in a ticket? Is it $50 a day that you want? Because that's not going to happen. You need to look at your players and see that if they spent that much money, you should accept their ticket, which is overall a dumb thing anyway, because why do you have to pay in order to send in a complaint?
Yeah, I've never seen that anywhere else.
No.
That was the other thing too, like when the Hyperion ships, mega ships, I guess at one point you could get, base parts or titanium. Now they're like worthless. And then you guys added some cool new weapons and they're still worthless and you guys forgot about it. And then you changed it where like before the Alliance could help each other out. Now that's worthless. And then they also could use their Conquer fleet to come in. But now they can't because you got all these interceptors that come out that can destroy every Conquer, and that's totally not fair because no one's bringing out the ship. I'm going to have a video about that coming out, I don't know when. I made that last night, where I went and I hit a hole in Alliance at their Nexus, and nobody retaliated. No one came to help or whatever because during this shipwreck going on, they know if they bring a ship out, someone's going to hit it with an interceptor, and that's totally unfair. And I've seen the argument that they say it is fair. No, it's not, because the breachers and howlers don't have a shot. The howlers can do like some damage, but they can't do enough damage to destroy it. And then now they got all these other newer interceptors. If you have the newer ones, you're untouchable when it comes to the Conquerors. So you guys forget about that. And then there's a bunch of stuff that I can't name off, but Kickstarter, you guys they come out, you guys, or however I say it, come out with stuff, and then you forget about it. Like the skins, I can't earn anymore. There was a couple I wanted. Oops, that's not it. I like that.
That'd be a funny skin.
Yeah. Well, like this one for the bat rays, and now those are pretty much worthless. I still use it because I'm not going to coin, but for everything else, they're worthless. And I had a chance to get some of these, and I can't. You guys did it for not 3 weeks, but 3 times you gave a chance to do it. And the first one I didn't have a shot. The second one I did, but I wasn't getting the credit for it. And then the third time I got a few, and I was like, and then the event was over with. I was like, well, that's really freaking lame. And then back to this one, the shards. This is from him. I thought I had a picture of it, but it didn't save, and my building's upgrading, so I can't. That's the other thing too. Like when a building's upgrading, you can't do nothing with it. So for the next 90 days, I can't do nothing with that building, which is really stupid on your guys' part.
90 days is too long for anything to upgrade.
Yeah. And so, like I said, though, like the shards. So I know there's a Man of War one that I've been wanting, and during the raids, during the events, I spend money, I get the points, and I've been buying the shards. A lot of times I don't get credit for it. I do a ticket, I don't hear back, and like this one too, had some good options. I kind of forgot, but there was a couple good TLCs and some other chores you could do that were really cool. But you're supposed to be able to get these shards for hitting. I don't know if it was the salvos, some of the chore stuff for like uranium or titanium or whatever, and they don't give them out. He doesn't get them. He hits. He does his chores week in, week out, and he's not getting any shards for it. And then like this one, the Annihilator shard, not really had an opportunity to get all the ones you need. You get like real close, and then you guys stop or forget about it. That's kind of quick. And then you guys keep coming out with these fucking scatter guns for the Saturns and the Manticores, and the Manticores are already getting way out of weight. And then you guys come out with these ones over and over and over, and I have to like really look at it and study it, which I can do, but that is such a big time waster. And with everything going on in my life right now, I don't have time to play as much as I used to. And I mentioned before, I'm going back to console playing here.
I think that's a big reason why a lot of people are quitting. There's too many little things that is just too time consuming, and people just don't have the time to do it. And yet if you don't do this stuff, you're screwed with the game.
Yeah.
Why are you making it so hard for us to play?
Yeah, and then for a while you guys were making it easier. That's why I came back and you guys changed it. And you turned all your players into chicken shits. And I don't mean this as an insult, but like everyone's afraid to hit a base. Nobody wants to do it. And then they laugh and they try to poke at me for not, which I do, and I've got video of it. That's why I did video, because I'm like, you guys are in your own little world. But they won't hit high bases. They only hit lower, and I got video of that. Like one person within the last 24 hours said that, well, my ship wasn't appropriate for that base. Well, that's a lot of crap, because you're pissed because you tried to snipe and you couldn't do it. Last time you tried to snipe, you still failed. This time you weren't able to snipe whatsoever. And I made some changes. I do videos on base defense, but I've been getting too many dickheads. And I'm just like, I'm not going to help them. If you're going to be rude and mean and say things like that, I'm not going to help you. I don't have to teach you. I don't have to help you. If you want the help, you got to be nice. But they're all chicken players. And then with this 50% junk, they just say like, oh, I wanted 50%. Oh, you know what? You took damage. I win. Or they make up whatever they want. And then this game is so badly damaged that so many players really believe the BS that they're saying. And I'm not saying like all the players, just because like these videos aren't for 10 people. This is for everyone that plays the game and all over the world. So it's just ridiculous. Your thoughts on the chicken players?
Well, I mean, they're chicken because they don't want. A lot of them are chicken because they don't want the repair time. I can see that. Or they don't want to spend the money by coining. But the ones I don't like are the ones that they make excuses. Like that girl, like, oh, it was an inappropriate fleet. What a load of horse shit.
Yeah, because the game doesn't let you use inappropriate fleet. You have to use the Conquer fleet, which means it's got to be, at this point, a Breacher, Howler, Basilisk, or Subjugator. And that's what you came in with Subjugator. That's the top fleet, Subjugators and Basilisk. So don't be like, oh, it wasn't appropriate. I'm like,
Yeah. It's not like you went, oh darn, I accidentally brought my bat rays in. Oh, that was
yeah, the game won't let you do that.
It's like,
so
no, you can't do that.
yeah. And then they're bragging like, well, I won because when you hit a base, you take damage. Well, yeah, everyone takes damage when you hit a base.
Duh.
You know, I mean, like unless you're hitting like a really low, undeveloped base, you can go in unscathed. But you hit someone your level or a little bit lower than you, you're gonna take some. Especially if they got, you know, top tier stuff, you're gonna take some damage. So you guys are really just talking out of your pie holes.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on,
It's getting worse.
especially in forums.
And I don't mean like towards me, but from what I see in the forums, all over the forums, what I see on Facebook and all the groups, because I sit back, or in the chat rooms, or go in the world, I just sit back and I watch a lot of times. You know, because I had someone send me a message that I'm always in the sector chat or world chat spamming messages and private messaging people. I'm like, no, really, I don't really talk in sector chat or in world chat because a lot of times the chat still doesn't work for me, and a lot of times
A lot of times
I'm
chat.
just too busy.
A lot of times the chat is boring.
It used to be more interesting.
Yeah, it used to be, but it's gotten just ridiculous. I had something else I was gonna say, and I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, because I bring the fun back in the game. Anything else? Though?
Well, I just want to say, want to reiterate that a lot of people do not have the time to spend doing all this. I mean, it takes a lot of time to do a lot of this stuff. This is turning into like a 24/7 game. You have to be on it all the time, and even then, you can't get caught up.
Yeah, because
This started as a Facebook game. Just something you do. You go in, you hit a couple of little things, do little things here, and you're good. You go about your day. But it's turned into, well, I gotta play. Oh, I gotta be on. Oh, I'm gonna miss something if I'm not on. Oh, you know, what if they give away ships or something and I'm not there? It's like,
Yeah, I thought Gears was bad because you have to like really grind to get a lot of the achievements and rank your player up. But they're smart about it because not only does your experience travel most time into the next game that comes out, also you get cool things for doing so, and they have wonderful co-op stuff to help rank your stuff, to rank your player. And while you do that with the co-op, you're having fun with your friends. You're all kinds of fun that come in with that. But here, when you grind, you know, that's the other reason why I don't talk. I try to talk to someone. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I got to go feed the kids, and I got to go walk the dog, check the mail, and oh, you know, I got to make dinner. Oh, and then I got to play this game, and I got to do this TLC before time runs out." And they don't have time to talk or chat.
yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just too time consuming.
In the games that we play, you can like voice chat. Join the lobby, you can talk to anybody. If you don't want to talk, you hit mute. You know, I know like Call of Duty is known for the shit talkers, but if you don't want to deal with that, you don't have to. And then most time, if someone doesn't want to talk or they don't want to hear the person, they just mute it. You move on. Not this like trash talk.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's too much trash talk. A lot of the players, they've just turned to being mean. And a lot of it, I think, is just out of frustration with the game. And they can't take it out on Battle Pirates or Kicks Eye, so they take it out on the other players. And is not right. If Kickside would make the game more fun and less time consuming, people would be back to playing, and they wouldn't have time to bitch and complain about the other players and rag on the other players. So fix the damn game, Kickside. We want to start having fun again.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of other games coming out. There's like Flash is going bye. There's new software coming out. There's new HTML, or there's new stuff coming out, and this game won't be compatible. I mean, there's a lot of things changing. I'm learning through like Comic-Con or that other stuff where all the video PC geeks and games go to, and players, go to. I haven't done that in years. I used to do, Major League Gaming and a lot of Halo tournaments, which is why I got away from console playing for a while. And they're doing things, and it's just Kickside is just not gonna, because even once you get to the top, like I was always wanting to get to the top. Now I've always had a really good base, but now I have a damn good base. I have all the top fleets for base hit, and that's why I play the game, is for base defense and base attack. And with so many people not wanting to play, and with the repair time just goes up and up and up, I'm not going to coin, repair. I don't see the point in it. So like really, I think I've like beaten the game. There's nothing really I need, and I'm not gonna get new stuff for chores or raids. That it used to be 4 months, and even that really sucked. It used to be a couple years you could use this stuff. Now it's like it used to be 4 months, and then now you guys dropped it to like 3 weeks. It's like boom, you get the ship and it's already
that long.
Yeah, you guys made the Inferno Dragons all cool, and then now you dropped it. And then you did the Petroleum thing, and now you guys are dropping that. But I think that's about it. Is that about all? What else you got?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, so leave your thoughts, comments in below. Good or bad. Try not to be a jerk about it. Not that I care, but YouTube is not only moderating more of my stuff. I have more moderators, but I also have more moderators now on my channel. So if I guess I get too many bad comments or negativity on it, they're going to get removed. So, and that's not necessarily me. I do remove it from time, but for the most part, it's not me. And this is like across the board. YouTube's doing it. All the other platforms are doing it. Xbox does it. PlayStation does it. And they're really bad. They will remove messages or comments. Doesn't matter how old it is. They will remove it now if someone, yeah. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for your time. If you got any enjoyment, of course, like and subscribe. Leave your comments.
Sorry, I'm playing Battle Pirates on my phone.
Yeah, he's using the app. See here, let me see that. Can I show? Look, for you guys that say the app sucks. See, there's a raid going on. Ooh, and the app works. So stop sending false information and fake stuff. But again, leave your comments, like and share. That's important, because I know I get complaints about this, that, and the other thing. But some of the complaints I get are worth me looking into and trying to do better. So if you guys leave little things on what you want to hear, what do you want to see, blase, that'll help me in the direction to go where I want to go with this channel. Because like Battle Pirates I do for you guys, and then all the people that say like I'm self-promoting or spamming, I want to spam and promote my other stuff, like my DJ Fury, Area 51. There's so much other stuff I'm gonna do that I'll be introducing to this channel later on. But Battle Pirates is still just a hobby. So thank you guys so much. Anything else?
Please, I hope somebody at Kickside watches this video and takes it to heart. because you guys are dying. Sorry, you guys got to get with it, or else this game is done. That's all I got.
And we, bud.